Okay, so this is the daily chart. This is now updated. This is the same. This is today, actually. This is so that you know how long this is really gonna take. All right, this is really today, early today. Okay, so this is the daily chart today. We have good positive momentum, so we expect to be contained inside of this leading diagonal. But this is what you're gonna be seeing. You see, you have maybe till the end of the week. We're just in the beginning of the week. When you're looking at the end of the week, you're looking at 5 days or something. All right, and you are looking at a test of 3080. You're looking at the test of 2085. Okay, so you want to buy 3080, you want to buy 2085. Okay, it is possible, technically speaking, that we'll also be testing level 1. Level 1 here comes at 2450. We don't believe this. We do not expect this to happen. We expect to be contained within the Elliott structure, this Elliott channel. We expect a spike below at the neckline. You could get to 1900 actually. Okay, and then we're off to level 5. Why do we expect to be contained by inside of this Elliott channel? Because of the momentum on the 4-hour chart. We already did this. This is again the updated 4-hour chart today, just a while back. Okay, we are after that signal. Remember, that signal was here last Friday. All right, it is still valid. We are contained at overbought levels. This is a 4-hour chart that is supported by this 1-day chart. It is valid because if you check this signal here and you check the same signal here, that was at overbought level. Okay, so at overbought level we bounced right at the top of a 1. There was a level 1 here. Okay, so we bounced right at that point. All right, this bounce here at this blue arrow is at the top of a level 1. There's a internal level 1 here and an internal level 2. This is the neckline, of course. All right now what we hope we're looking to be happening is a bounce here, 3162. Okay, this point here is another level 1, so we expect to either get that bounce here. This time around it is the same signal. We would expect to have a bounce at this dotted white line, level 1, 3162. You can see it here shown in red. Or if the market even moves lower, no problem, we get a bounce back here again. All right, at that level is going to be around $3,000. So this dotted white line is a bit higher than $3,000. I believe it's around 3,025, 3,060. At this point you expect to have a spike. You can see that level 1s are actually spiking up. You expect to have a spike to 2,970, 2,900. All right, as we move longer in time we get more extensions, and then we can actually project the price level then. But you're looking at a bounce at level 1 here. Either it's this or the one above. Okay, so we have this in that trade matrix. Okay, so we have this risk matrix here. We're going to be buying 3080, or remember we're looking here at this white dotted line is 3160. So there's going to be a spike below that. If you spike into this 3160, you're going for 3080. Okay, so if we've had longs, I believe we did have longs last Friday, we would want to clear them at whatever profit we can get, completely clean out our hands. All right, buy 3/4 of a coin at 3080, add 1 1/4 of that coin at 2850. It's a bit extreme. Maybe we will not get 2850, I know, but it is the best that the market could give us on a spike, and we will really take the best. 2850 is that level here. 2848. Okay, so it's of course a test of level 1 here. It is a bit extreme. We do not believe it will really be seen, but we will take the best that the market will give us, so long as we're still having negative momentum or we do not have a confirmation on the 15-minute chart. We'll only get a confirmation on the 15-minute chart. We just checked once we get extreme momentum cycle on the 15 minutes. Okay, and once that we see is finished, we just check the 15 minutes, and we're just clearing out of with B. You can see the market just tanked the whole way back. Okay, so that was just expected. Okay, so we will segregate this in full, but until we get back to the live action, there's going to be this A, there's going to be a B, and there's going to be still a C. There's still at least 3 swings that we'll be looking at, and therefore it is still alright. Just bear with us a second. Alright, okay, so that's taken care of now. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so we just checked the 15-minute chart. We'll have that resegregated live, but we understand now that we are looking to buy these levels, 3080 on a spike below 3160, spike below level 1 here. We're definitely gonna be seeing, I think, 3080 in this range. It is possible that we get to see 2850. Bit premature, but we'll take it so long as we're still having negative momentum. We want to probably accumulate 2 coins. We'll be averaging around 2965. If we get a confirmation, of course, we will buy higher than 2850, maybe 2975, maybe 2950. We will take a live signal then. Alright, the stop is 2700. Okay, we checked that several times. We're looking at this level below level 1, 2706. Alright, so this is 2700. This is an internal level 1. Okay, so we'll just go for that. It could be a mental stop, meaning that if we break below that neckline, we know what to do. We're seeing heads and shoulders. We try and get out on a retraction back to the neckline. So the stop is around 2700. If we just have a solid stop, the risk is $530, so that things do not get complicated in trade management. Alright, so we just have a solid stop. If you wish, it will just be for these 2 coins, $530 for that average, 2965. Maybe even if it gets to 3000 or 3050, it's going to be around $600 or $650, 6%, 7% at the most for 2 coins. We're looking, of course, to target a new head altogether. At that point, we hope or expect there's going to be the same bounce. You're looking at the same support platform. Alright, so long as momentum, really, so long as momentum is contained on the 4-hour chart, this is going to bounce big. So we want to be into the trade. It's as simple as that. If momentum breaks, becomes degree 3, we have a strong momentum spike. Alright, below oversold. Alright, not very strong, but we have to have a strong momentum spike on the 4-hour chart. Okay, then we can consider that this setup is not going to work, and that this platform is not going to be, has ceased to be a support platform. It has turned to be a resistance. We don't want to be into the trade, want to clear out. So long as we're seeing this containment in momentum that we're looking at here, these blue arrows, the trade is a go. The trade is even, I personally expect, is a very good opportunity. We have to be patient with it. We have to be patient and try to add load at these values, the lowest values possible. We can then hold at least to 50% of that channel, maybe even higher. I believe we're going to be seeing a head at 78.6%, 3,900. if there is of course good speculation on the market, we're seeing 4,250, we're seeing 4,450 new head, 4,250 yields $2,500, 4,450 yields around 3,000. All right, let's go now to trade management itself. This is the same structure that we're seeing now live on the 1 hour chart. This is a 1 hour chart, of course. It is the same structure that we were just looking at on the 15 minutes. We have a wave 4A here. All right, so there's a B and A, yellow A here, very small, a yellow B, and this is actually a yellow C. This becomes 4B. Now we're having an A, all right, and a B. Okay, the tricky part is in this C is going to be these green numbers, A and B and A, B, C. Very complex. Okay, so we really have to be very patient. All right, so there's two ways to go around it. Either we just leave a limit entry here, 3,060, and of course 3,080, 3,085, 3,060. On this 1 hour chart, we would expect that actually the leading diagonal could just take us to 2,900. That's it. We don't expect that level here, 2,875, 2,900. We don't really expect to get to see 2,850. Okay, so remember that module that we were looking at, this trade module, instead of 2,850, you would rather have that second entry at 2,900. Okay, and the first entry, of course, 3,085 or 3,080. We expect to see both. Okay, so we would expect to see both. If you now move on to the 15-minute chart, right where we were, okay, day traders or short-term traders, okay, of course we want to be on the long side, but we only want to be on the long side at the lower boundary of that diagonal, of that leading diagonal, nowhere else. We just want to be on the long side, close to the lower boundary of that leading diagonal on the 1 hour. You have it here on the 15 minutes. Actually, we even fall below it by 27.2%. We all know this trick now. Okay, so you project this wave here from this point all the way to that top. If this is a 3, a 5 will take you 127.2% somewhere here below that line. Usually you'd be buying 3,100. This is a day trade, 3,102. Okay, so you just take this to 3,400, 3,350, the top boundary of that ending diagonal. That's it. We could get lucky. You could have bought 3,100 and the market just takes off. It becomes a wave bottom and you go to 4,000. All right, then this is just luck, but we cannot really pinpoint it unless we are seeing a cycle extreme. If you were seeing, of course, a cycle extreme at that point, you would hold on to that 3,100 trade. If you're just short-term trader, short-term trading it, you just take profit, be realistic, take profit at 3,400. This is gonna be very lengthy. You expect to go on into next week.